Okay, this is the coolest part of the day. Everybody's had lunch. Before I introduce our keynote speaker, I'd like to also introduce the important thing is feeding everybody too, which I'm sure the mayor would agree. And so I'd like to introduce our sponsor, Jim from Wilming, to say a few words. They bought lunch for us, so thank you.
Thank you, Pete. We all need fuel, right? So I'm glad we can all stay fueled so we can keep our brains powered to really dive in today and learn some of the innovation that Wilming and ASU have been doing together for a long time. So Wilming, we're a general contractor. We've been here since 1977. We've been very fortunate to partner with Arizona State for a number of decades, also with a number of defense contractors for the last 25 years here in Arizona. One of the best things, though, that comes out of working with such brilliant minds is we get to work with Arizona State employees, and we get to work with students that are now part of just under 25% of our total staff at Wilming. So there's a lot of brilliant minds that come out of just this square 5 miles and even in downtown Phoenix. So we're very grateful for all of you here and to drive innovation. Thank you guys so much, and I appreciate you, Pete. Thank you.
Well, it's my very great honor to introduce our guest of honor, and it's always pretty cool for me to see our leaders. And so today we're going to welcome Mayor Kate Gallego, and since her early days in the City Council, Mayor Gallego has been focused on creating Phoenix of the future, a welcome, thriving city with unique high-wage job and opportunities. Now, I'm not going to go through and read this whole thing because I was warned by the mayor, but she's done an awful lot for Phoenix. Just one thing that we've talked about here earlier is she's brought a historic $85 billion semiconductor manufacturing plant to Phoenix, and that alone is really cool. Now, she's also the second elected woman to be mayor of Phoenix, but also one of the youngest big city mayors. You're making me feel bad, Mayor, but you must have been born when I was still a general in the Air Force. So, but at any rate, with no further ado, Mayor, it's my great honor to introduce you to the Space Symposium.
Well, thank you so much, General. Thank you for the fabulous introduction. It's such a pleasure to be with all of you here today. Phoenix Mayor Kate Gallego. It's wonderful to be here with so many of the honorary consuls who represent many of our great partners on space all over the world. Thank you for being here. To our new space commissioners, we are so thrilled that the Governor Hobbs and the legislature have established the Space Commission so that we can continue Arizona's great leadership in space. And Commissioner Meekum, thank you for the invitation to be with you here today. It really is an exciting time for Arizona and for the city of Phoenix. You heard a little bit about some of the great investments that we've had in the city of Phoenix in the introduction, including TSMC, who are the folks who make the chips for Apple and NVIDIA. Although I got to update my bio because this month they increased their investment in the city of Phoenix by about $100 billion. So not that it is a competition, but it is quite likely Phoenix will have the largest economic development announcement in the country this year. And that is really important for this conversation. So much of the advanced semiconductors and advanced manufacturing is key to why we are leaders in space technology. If we have the best chips, the smallest, the most computing power, we can continue to spur innovation in this community. And we're just very proud that the chips that will spur innovation in everything from satellites to rockets to space exploration will be made in the city of Phoenix. That builds on a long-standing record we have in Arizona for advanced manufacturing, for aerospace, and for investment in space. Really driven by our incredible universities who are doing internationally important work and leading so much of the innovation. So many of the key discoveries have come right out of Arizona, whether it be Mars rover missions or the excitement of super innovative launches going off to Jupiter. We have powered so many of NASA's most important innovations, and we also continue to be leaders on the industry side. Phoenix is proud to be headquarters of Honeywell Aerospace, which is doing such important work in satellites, propulsion systems, and avionics. We are also glad to have companies like Northrop Grumman and Blue Origin who call the Valley home. At the City of Phoenix, our Economic Development Department works closely with our regional and state partners to be really intentional about trying to grow the companies who are here in the industry and to attract new ones. And our whole community benefits from them. I was able to be at Blue Origin when they cut the ribbon on their building in Phoenix, and one of the philanthropic portions of that event was to have a program with space education and our students, including the Arizona Science Center. Our students can fill out postcards, which can be flown into space and then delivered back to the students. I got to be mayor during the time when Dr. Proctor of South Mountain Community College was among the crew of the all-civilian Inspiration 4 orbital spaceflight that took flight, and to see the work she has done and come back and met with our students and inspired them that anything is possible was wonderful. She teaches at South Mountain Community College, which is the city council district that I represented before running for mayor, in a really special place in our community, with just really inspiring a lot of young minds. So I'm so thankful to so many of you who not only do this work, but also invest in science education. I'm very passionate about trying to get more students to go into science. It is essential to so many of the jobs that I work to create and that you all work to enhance in this community. We have an effort at the City of Phoenix with the Mayor's Education Commission to try to get kids excited about science, and just the magic of space seems like one of the best ways that we can do it. We've done a partnership at the City of Phoenix with Bloomberg Philanthropies, which looked at where our economy was going and the great potential of jobs we know will be disrupted by technology such as AI that might eliminate some of the jobs and industries we have here. For example, Phoenix has a very large cluster of financial services jobs that may be disrupted by AI. So we're thinking about what are the exciting jobs of the future. And I think we're all here because we're betting on space as a really exciting opportunity to go forward and to build on the fact that we are longtime leaders already. I'm the rare mayor who spent a lot of time in college studying science. So I have an environmental degree by background. That is a little bit unusual. A lot of other cities. My freshman chemistry professor told me, he told the class that the more chemistry people take, the less likely they were to succeed in elected official life. I do not think that is the case in Arizona, where when I moved here, the congressman for the district was a former chemistry teacher, and we got an astronaut representing us in the U.S. Senate. So I think we're breaking that in Arizona. But it still is fairly unusual. A lot of my peers come out of law enforcement or lawyers, and so I hope I'm the right fit for the incredibly exciting economy that we have here and just the potential for areas where we can lead. I think we're hoping to really build on the great startups here, and it's wonderful to see Daniela and some of our partners in building the startup economy here. We are always thinking about what areas we might have a critical mass to form an incubator here. The city has invested with partners in a variety of different incubators, from wearable technologies to sustainable technologies, and just looking at this room, we may be close to a critical mass in space-related startups, so something to think about and continue the conversation. A couple other ideas I wanted to flag while I am with you. Very exciting this month. In addition to $100 billion announcement from TSMC, We also announced we'll be welcoming ASU Health to downtown Phoenix at 5th and Fillmore. ASU Health will include a medical school focused on engineering. And so that is why I'm talking about that at a space conference. We really have a chance with that engineering focus to be the leaders in health and the health-related impacts and how people in outer space, how you can maximize the science there. We're building a very different medical school than we have seen before, and so maybe some innovation in that area, although U of A has already done some incredible science on the same topic that seems complementary, with one maybe more focused on human impacts and the other more on engineering and the device side. So exciting news. It's been a good month for us in Phoenix. I was also excited with Shruti's idea earlier today. Could we become a capital of space dispute resolution and have that Center for the Whole Planet be in Phoenix, Arizona? We already have so many great programs in our downtown, from the wonderful work Thunderbird is doing on space to our great ASU Law School, that seems like it could be a good building blocks and partners for that. So thank you for sharing that idea with us. And then I wanted to put forward one possible idea for our Space Commission. So we in government are thinking a lot about how we will mark America's 250th anniversary, which will be next year. For us in Phoenix, there was no formally incorporated Phoenix 250 years ago. So we can't focus that celebration as easily on what was happening in Phoenix. And given we are state 48, we have a little bit of a younger history. But I think everything that happened over the 250 years is important and worth celebrating as we mark America's 250. And wouldn't it be nice that our celebration really focuses on the incredible innovation in space that has happened in Arizona, from our companies to our universities? I don't think we tell that story well enough. I have a little bit of competitive nature, and sometimes I feel like some other states get a little bit more credit for what they're doing, but we have so many of the discoveries and the leadership right here in Arizona, and maybe that's an opportunity for us to tell that story to a different audience and really build on the incredible record that we have, which will only build more momentum so that we can get continued investment. For us in government, it's really helpful if we're going to keep making these investments to show results and to build on the momentum. And so I hope that we can take all the opportunities we can and really celebrate the milestones to keep telling the story of the economic impact, the great innovation, and the great record we have in Arizona, so that it can be even more a point of pride for Arizonans, what we have done that benefits the entire ecosystem in space exploration. So I just want to close by saying we have an incredible story, and I feel like we're just getting started. Thank you all who have dedicated so much time, effort, and intellectual capital to making this possible. My sense is the best is yet to come. Thank you.